Mayor of the New York City, Eric Adams, announced on the Sunday that he's abandoning his flattering bid to win the re-election just over a month before the election day, delivering the message in the social media video set to the strains of My Way. Also, Adam, who was trailing in the polls, was elected as a Democrat but ran for the re-election as an independent after he was indicted on the federal corruption charges, which were then dropped by the Donald Trump administration in exchange for his cooperation on the immigration raids. Also, in his video address and statement, seated on the steps of the mayor residence beside a photograph of his late mother, the Eric Adams said that it had been impossible for him to mount a winning campaign, blaming constant media speculation about my future and a decision by the city's campaign finance board's decision to withhold millions of dollars in matching funds over the suspicious donations. He also acknowledged that he had lost the trust of some New Yorkers after being charged with corruption, but also claimed that the charges were unjust. I was wrongfully charged because I fought for the city, and if I had to do it again, I would fight for the New York again, Eric Adams said, without explaining how allegedly obtaining illegal campaign contributions and the luxury travel from the foreign nationals for himself was in the best interest of the New Yorkers. Also, the mayor will serve the remainder of his term in office, which ends on the New Year's Eve, and his name remains on the ballot for the November election since the deadline to remove it has passed. The withdrawal of the Eric Adams also narrowed the race to lead the country's largest city to a three-way contest between the Democratic nominee, that is Zohran Mamdani, and the former governor Andrew Cuomo, and the Republican candidate Curtis Silva. Also, 3 weeks ago, when the Adams had insisted that he would stay in the race amid reports that he had been offered an ambassadorship by the Trump administration if he would drop out to make it easier for the Cuomo to defeat the dramatic and also the election of the Democratic Socialist frontrunner, that is Mamdani. The mayor was skating about the former governor. Also, Andrew Cuomo is a snake and a liar. This is what Adams told reporters. Andrew has had a career of pushing the black candidates out of the races. Also, after Adam announced the end of his campaign on the Sunday, the Cuomo nonetheless also praised him for putting the well-being of the New York City ahead of the personal ambition. Without mentioning Zohran Mamdani by name, Cuomo also added, "We face destructive extremist forces that would devastate our city through incompetence or ignorance, but it is not too late to stop them." Zohran Mamdani, a New York State Assembly member who defeated Cuomo to win the Democratic nomination earlier this year, responded to the mayor's withdrawal and with the social media post and also a video of his own in which he criticized Adams for failing to make good on his promises and pledged to beat Cuomo again. Also, to Andrew Cuomo, "You got your wish. You wanted Donald Trump and your billionaire friends to help you clear the field," Mamdani said. "But don't forget, you wanted me as your opponent in the primary too, and we beat you by 13 points. Looking forward to doing it again on the November 4th.